As a tattoo artist, if you're not making at least $10,000 every month, I've made a series of videos to help you get there. In this one, we'll focus on one of your most important key performance indicators, billable hours. Billable hours are the time spent on tasks you charge clients for, like tattooing or consultations. Non-billable hours cover unpaid activities like marketing, scheduling, or administrative work. Tracking both helps you understand the difference between your hourly rate and your effective rate so you can optimize workflows to improve your return of both time and money invested in your business. Now here's why it's so important. If you're not tracking your time, you might not realize how many hours are actually billable and how many hours are wasted doing other things. It doesn't matter if you charge $50 an hour or $500 an hour. There's a big difference between the hourly rate you charge your customers and the effective rate of what you're actually earning. Let me give you some examples. And to keep it simple, let's just say you're charging $100 an hour and you have a standard 40-hour work week. So in the first scenario, you haven't been doing any time tracking. You tell yourself you're working a full 8-hour day, but when you finally log your sessions, you find you're only billing 4 hours a day. That's $400 daily or $2,000 a week. So even though you're charging your customer $100 an hour, when you multiply that by your billable hours and divide it by your total hours worked, your effective wage or your earnings rate drops to just $50 an hour. Now let's look at someone who tracks their time carefully. They log every session and manage to fill their schedule with 8 billable hours. On paper, that's $800 daily or $4,000 a week. But here's the catch. They're also spending 3 to 4 hours a day on non-billable tasks like marketing, booking appointments, and administrative work. Suddenly, their workday stretches to 11 or 12 hours, so their effective rate, only $67 an hour. Not much better, and now they're burning out from all the extra hours. Now let's add a common situation for artists who charge by the piece instead of hourly. Let's say you're charging $500 for a sleeve session. You're not tracking your time, but you estimate the session takes 5 hours. That's still $100 an hour, right? But when you start tracking, you realize that between consultations, prep work, and breaks, the piece actually takes 7 hours from start to finish. That means your effective rate drops to $71 an hour, without even considering all the other work to run your business. Now compare that to another artist who tracks their time and optimizes their workflow. By reviewing their logs, they realize they're spending too much time on unpaid design revisions. So they set clear expectations with their clients, streamline their prep routine, and shave an hour off each session. Now that $500 piece only takes 6 hours total, so their effective rate jumps to $83 an hour, better and more sustainable. Finally, let's say you're the artist who takes things to the next level. You don't just track your time, you analyze and leverage it. Then, by finding inefficiencies, you delegate non-billable tasks, automate your processes, discover opportunities, and focus on premium services. For example, maybe you start promoting multi-session packages or larger custom designs, which maximize your earnings. With this approach, you can soon afford to bump your rates and bring in some extra help. Now you're only charging 25% more, but you're effectively earning 122% more than in the first scenario. The difference? Simply by tracking your billable hours, you're not just working smarter, you're earning smarter. You're improving your returns of both time and money invested in your business. Here's how you can start. Identify and categorize all of your work-related activities as either billable or non-billable time, using a notebook, a spreadsheet, a KPI scorecard, or any time tracking app to log when each billable work session starts and ends. Ideally, you want to track both billable hours, like consultations, prep, and tattooing, and non-billable hours, like marketing or administrative work. Review your data weekly to find where you're losing time and take action to improve it. And make sure you do this consistently. And by mastering your billable hours and optimizing your time, you'll take control of your schedule, increase your effective rate, and steadily grow your business.